Welcome to Life by Design. We'll continue for a look again at our series today, Be the Change, the Power of One. We started this series, we were looking at people, everyday ordinary people, in various places in the world, where tired for take waiting they happen around there and decide for do something around, but then things then they will bring change. And the change where they initiate not only tap in their community, it became change where inspire people all over the world for make them believe say they get the ability for change. This is another moment, Be the Change. I'm Joe Abbas Bangura, and this is Life by Design. By popular request, we want to come back to you again the stories we shared last week. The feedback we get from Una, we listeners there and viewers were so overwhelming. From a Facebook page to text message to a telephone, where Una call we. You were so inspired by the stories we shared that you wanted us to bring it again. And so we want to sit quietly back today and allow you to make you listen and watch those stories. Everyday ordinary people deciding they can do something about what is happening around them. Enjoy.
Everywhere you look, you can write a book on what's going on. Got to reap what they sow, be it right or wrong. You gotta take a stand. Don't forget that pride always goes before the fall. And nobody's free till there's freedom for all. As you sow, so shall you reap. Be the change that you want to see. Change that you want to see.
We've been telling you about three kinds of people, three categories of people, where we've been dividing them by their attitude towards change about things, over things where they go wrong in their community. And we've been asking you a question, who swamp and three people in there you been represent? The first person we've been talking about, now the one that we call cynics and pessimists. Now the one that we, because of past experience, not either be again whether things change or not, or not believe such things will ever change again. And we've been giving you specific examples or reasons why people like them one and they go think the way wouldn't they think. We also been telling you about the one them way not change makers. The one them way not only believe say things go change, but in their own unique way, they are doing something every day where they make sure say then they produce the change where they believe in. The third set of people we've been telling you about, now the one they were not neutral. Then one then they don't want for rock the boat. They just want for them everybody in your good book. And outside the majority they now they. Then sometimes they can lack self-esteem, they don't get confidence in themselves, and they don't see themselves say they get the ability for making them create any change in society at all. Then they're afraid for step out of line, and then they're afraid for take risks in life. We'll be asking the question again, which of these three categories you belong to? If you're alone for change, you have to have more people where they wake up every morning believing that change is possible and taking specific steps by force applying the change to themselves. We shared the story about Mahatma Gandhi. He said the easiest way for change anything in this world is for be the change you want to see in the world. The fact that the streets, they're still dirty and when they drop trash in the ground, that because we not get enough people yet in this country, we go wake up every morning and say if everybody do it, me not go do it. The more people you get to take up on that drawing every day, it will bring change in the country. So the aim of the series, we say again, now for help transform you from wherever you're there, whether you have been the pessimist or cynics, or you're not the neutral person, and turn you to an active change maker. Somebody will go wake up every day, believe say change possible, and begin for take steps for make you change them.
Be the change that you want to see.
The history of the struggle is rich with the stories of heroes and heroines. Some of them leaders, some of them followers. All of them deserve to be remembered. My name is Jimmy Yeni Bangura. I grew up on my own in the streets of Freetown. Did all manual jobs. When I used to roam the beaches of Freetown as a tour guide for tourists that came from different parts of the world. This is one way of sustaining myself, but always was very focused from day one, very determined to make it in life. Went to the States, got myself an education, started out there as a producer, went to South Africa, made a name for myself, became a big artist.
A young man from the coast of West Africa had a plan in his head he would make it far. Made his way to the UK.
When I came back home, I established one of the most modern recording studios in West Africa then. Was able to produce over 50, 60 artists from Sierra Leone. I want to encourage all my younger brothers and sisters not to give up the struggle. It doesn't matter your background, because I came from a very disadvantaged, humble background. But if I can make it, so can you.
Change that you want to see.
Welcome back. So what does it take to be a change maker? I can tell you 3 stories. And I want to make you take time. Will they take time study that story then and see who's thread we tie amongst those 3 people, inspirational people, for just inspire you a little about, what you can do for bringing change in the community, and hopefully, like I said, inspire you for begin work. Because unless Sierra Leoneans begin work and believe say change possible, nobody know they try. We wouldn't try to change things if we don't believe change is possible. But we believe change is possible. On Life by Design, we believe change is possible. That's what we've been doing over the last 4 years, transforming the lives of young people, transforming the life of everybody we go care for, believe say change possible. We've applied it to our lives personally. Why not begin to try to apply it now to our nation? Let's take these 3 stories. The first story we'll look at today, now the story of one young Indian boy, small boy. Now, but this young boy, they inside this bus, they go school and meet this big traffic. We don't block on the road. And everybody there around the place, they complain, they grumble. Policemen they sit down inside the motor car, they sleep. People just they complain about this big tick we don't for them. Imagine saying like Eastern Police, big tick for them and cross the road and nobody not able for pass. Then this young bobo looked at what is happening, step out of the bus because it didn't make sense for stay out of the bus. He can't on the bus. He reached at the point where the tick, the intercept station at this tick 9 block, and everybody sit down they complain, and nobody know they do anything but the tick we don't for them at the road. What in the bobo do? That's when the rain don't begin for them. Bitter one. He eat in bag na ground. Small bobo, people with big person are able for move tick. But a desire for want for change things cause them for do something where everybody will be there around them could only complain, but no need for take them for do. He went to the tick and begin for push. Begin push the tick. He could not be able to do anything for the tick. But the moment he did, what happened, in friends and join them. Small bobo there at his age join them. And when big one then wait him up, when them is supposed to don't take action. Not take action. Then see this bobo in bravery and in foresight and the vision where this bobo gets and the desire for want for see things change. All the big people who have been there around, everybody can run at the motor car. And imagine say some previously that we talk say we're not only business, and our government in business, the government can clear this stick. But now they mean they suffer. But with this young bobo inspiration, you see everyone pan big one and can join them. What you see happen? Finally, ultimately, they lifted the tree off the road. Isn't that an inspiring story? They lifted the tree. You say don't see them. They all come together. One small bobo. You could put a bobo in age under 10 years of age. He could be under 10 years, 10, 12 years of age max. He wouldn't be more than 12 years of age. He lifted. He started a process where provoke big one and for joiner. And possibly that's what you need to do in your community. You just need for start and you can provoke other people for making themselves take action and begin. Change starts with one person. Change has never started with a crowd. It starts with one person. One person will convince, persuaded enough, determined enough, take action and inspire other people for take action. How about that? Take this break.
Be the change that you want to see.
A Call to Business is delighted to introduce C2B Print and Publishing Limited, situated at 20 Old Railway Line, Brookfields. C2B Print and Publishing is an arm of a Call to Business group of companies with headquarters in London. At C2B Print and Publishing, we deliver the highest quality printing you can find at very competitive prices. Our staff and professional operators have a combined experience exceeding 15 years in the industry with local and international expertise. C2B Print and Publishing offers prompt services with a top quality Heidelberg presses which are of precision German engineering. Contact us now for your full color printing of magazines, posters and flyers, corporate identity stationery, brochures, annual reports, calendars, etc. Call us today on 030-999-911 or 088-999-933. C2B Print and Publishing. We meet all your printing needs with a touch of class and excellence.
Be the change that you want to see.
Next story. Nelson Mandela. Well, you're going to say, well, we don't have for this. We are not saying what I can't tire because each time I read Nelson Mandela's story, I'm inspired. Now, Nelson Mandela's story is such that the world has never seen anybody like in kind for the last over 100 years. Nobody has made the impact in the world when Nelson Mandela make. Born in a racially segregated South Africa, they imprisoned him at age 40, in the mid to late 40s. He was imprisoned because in our company one day we believe say South Africa will continue for one day way them in the honor way with man. For whatever reason, things say them better pass black man. And in a country where they're all supposed to get rights man, the majority of South Africans, them push them on the table, whilst the white man then sit down and tap their head. He joined the long list of people and we sacrificed their life in South Africa for faith, for let things change. And he believed change was possible. Then imprisoned for over 27 years. He destroyed entire family. By the time he came back, we all know the story about his wife, Winnie Mandela. Then Pat, immediately, soon after he came out of prison, because by the time he been going to prison, his family been just go apart. They couldn't stay together again with his wife for several reasons. Imagine the pain that it took him. But he still believed change was possible. He got into power. He was voted in as the first black president of South Africa. And everybody around in South Africa, they say, now an attempt for turn that. Them in Duampawi, lots on Guinea. Lots of massive stories and what we don't tell about Nelson Mandela in single one, in a head of government, against all political persuasions, against all political influences. He stood for what he believed, for drive South Africa for become a rainbow nation. And so the clip where they show you about this, I don't show you this clip before, but make us show you back again. Because it would echo again what we talk about, the ability for one person for change things. It doesn't always need a crowd. One determined person. The clip where they give you, Nelson Mandela send request. In the head of bodyguard send request. The head of the presidential guard send request. He wants 4 people with them for add to the team. Nelson Mandela sent a letter to the police force for making them send 4 white bodyguards for him. The head of the security, head of the presidential guard, when he come back, he kind of money in the kind of office, and he say they don't send 4 black policemen there, now 4 white policemen there, and then send. And this now the story will be ensue between this bodyguard and Nelson Mandela. And what you want for underline now Nelson Mandela in realization that if change for take place in South Africa, it has to start from the office of the president, his own office. Change had to start with him. Listen to this.
You look agitated, Jason.
Well, that's because there are 4 special branch cops in my office.
Oh, what did you do?
Nothing. But they say they're the presidential bodyguards and they have orders signed by you.
Ah, yes. Well, these men are special trained by SAS. They have lots of experience. They protected the clerk.
Yes, sir, but it doesn't mean that they have to come...
You asked for more men, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I asked...
When people see me in public, they see my bodyguards. You represent me directly. The Rainbow Nation starts here. Reconciliation starts here.
Reconciliation, sir.
Yes, reconciliation, Jason.
Comrade President, not long ago, these guys tried to kill us. Maybe even these 4 guys in my office tried and often succeeded.
Yes, I know. Forgiveness starts here, too. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. That is why it is such a powerful weapon.
Be the change that you want to see.
Now, what about that? The Rainbow Nation starts here. Reconciliation starts here. Forgiveness too starts here in my office. One person. Everybody united against one person because one person had very strong convictions and able to drive South Africa for become the Rainbow Nation that it is now. When he died, like I said, never in the last 100 years have we had a situation where the one whole world came together. You go to hospital and the afraid say die for the 72 hours. The only news headlines we've been there was about Mandela in Sikwan in the hospital. When he died, the number of presidents that we gather together, even for go UN meetings, you know, somebody did do analysis and say, you've never had anybody had in their own funeral having people that number of presidents from all over the world. He braved, at the risk of his own personal, family, safety, and comfort and convenience, he drove change in South Africa. Can we do the same here? The final story for this evening is of another hero of mine, Martin Luther King Jr., MLK, they can call him for short. This guy was born January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, a Baptist Reverend minister, and he born into an America where no believe say white man and black man they can equal under any circumstances. Now then tell anyway, even restaurants them, you get white only restaurants. Now only white man and they allow the black man, you not dare go there. And even when they enter bus, you know, the white man and always the front now the bus, black man and then at the back of the bus. Not talk about schools. Schools here are white only schools and black only schools. Everything about America was in fact, it was law. There are certain places black men are not supposed to go there at all. Imagine what it looked like for Martin Luther King Jr. for grow that environment there. And obviously, one of the major speeches them will inspire and continue to inspire the world now in speech about the dream. He dreamt that one day, in picking and where he born, not going to be judged by the color of their skin or by the content of their character. Maybe he saw it. Or take this dream again. I have a dream speech.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at
last. Be the change that you want to see.
Wow. I have a dream. And who knows whether he saw Barack Obama now sitting as president of the United States of America, black. Something that was, you could never imagine. And that's the power of change makers. They have vision. They could see beyond all waiting motamano they see. Then they hear waiting, yes, not they hear. Then they see waiting yai, not they see. Then they understand waiting the mind, not they understand. Normal mind, not they understand. Isn't it powerful? And that's a big challenge for all of us. And we hope this has been inspiring for all of us. Now the important thing of highlights now that just like you and me, they were everyday, ordinary people. Same flesh and blood. Born into generations where they meet waiting and meet before them. But decide say, then go do something about that. Waiting then at your community today, way wrong, where you can change. But you wait for make somebody else change. It's a big question, which is what this Be the Change series is all about. Or maybe, one part of the people who they think, say, no, we don't let now. We don't try before it not ever happen again. No change not going before happen again. What you they talk so now with man, now South Africa it go be, now America it go be, it can't be now. Maybe one part of the way they think so. Well, over the next couple of weeks, we will take you around Sierra Leone and begin pick out people them where in their own way don't contribute for make change in their community. And so sometimes when you see them, you'll be inspired by them. And you say, go begin you don't change now your own community.
Be the change that you want to see.
Do you have a creative business idea? Do you want to know how to turn that idea into a profitable business? Do you have a startup business that you would like to finance and expand? Then register now and submit your creative ideas for the Life by Design Entrepreneurs Nest coming up in March 2015. Shortlisted entrepreneurs will have the chance to pitch their business ideas to potential investors and business professionals, and then stand the chance of benefiting from the following: support in refining your idea, possible funding for your business idea, and be personally mentored by Joe Abbas Bangura and his team of business professionals. Forms are available now for just 50,000 leones and can be picked up at the office at 20A Railway Line, Brookfields. Closing date for the return of completed forms is at 5:30 p.m. on the 16th of March. So register now and stand a chance to breathe life into your business idea. For further information, please call 030 600 600. Life by Design, building a new generation of transformative entrepreneurs.
This program is sponsored by AfriCell, Code A Call to Business, AFCOM, and the Ministry of Youth Affairs.
Be the change that you want to see.
There you go. Now, after the story, after the effects, because you don't know, say them people are so turn great, you'd imagine, say, well, obviously, I've been great people. No, but the same way them people and they take the decision for do what they do, they were just ordinary. They were just ordinary people like you and me. They believe change is possible. This is why we've inspired you. And we know, we believe again, this has inspired you a lot. Some of una, from the feedback we get, already don't begin nominate people them way una believes in a change makers them. And the first one where we get, we can just get a few of una. Joseph Aruna from Bo City, you nominate Joseph F. Kamawena, the Commissioner for Anti-Corruption Commission, as a change maker. You say you admire in patriotism, in integrity, in commitment to the quest for creating a corrupt-free Sierra Leone. Joseph Aruna, thank you very much for your nomination. We will be sending you prize. We wait for your nomination of all that then in your community, where selflessly they do things where not for just in your personal benefits, direct benefits, but the benefits in the entire community. Send us as your nomination for your change makers, because like I said, we will go through them, a panel look at them, the one that we meet the criteria, we'll make sure say we go after them and bring their story to you. Another thing we want to ask you for do, now this. We want to help you for solve problems in your young community. So, we they ask you for do the second thing. Send to we any problem within your community where you think say you want for take action for solve, but you don't know how for do one. If you send with any problem, then we they rank them all together. We they talk with you off air. Go na your place, talk to you on a phone, teach you what thing it take for make you able for put together and some panel story, then they will bring and come back in a camera for show people so that we can see outside the problem begin and possibly whether maybe a few weeks down the line we could have gotten a solution for that problem. Send you any issue within your area where you're interested in solving, and the Life by Design team go work with you together for begin to put together a solution for them problem then they.
Be the change that you want to see.
Now, that's time for you Ebola update. As usual, what we do, we just give you a brief snapshot of what they happen inside this Ebola fight. We want to look at the report today from the 1st to the 11th March compared to 1st to the 11th February. And I should say at this point in time, the results we will get now, not good and not pretty good as what we will expect. Because I can tell you, say, by this time last month, now 118 new infections we've been done get. But now, 11th March, now 110. It only reduced by 8. Last month, we've been counting, so we've been reduced by 50%, by half. But it only reduced by 8. And not only that, Western area, by this time last month, there been 47 new cases them get. Now Western area gets 62 cases. Western area don't increase compared to last month by 15. Port Loko doing well, now been 45 by this time last month, now Port Loko at 20. Bombalin have been 3 last month by this time, now Bombalin at 10. Bombalin increased by 7. Cambian have been 12 last month by this time, now Cambian at 13. Cambia increased by 1. And Connaught, we've been there at the list of hotspots them for last month by this time, quiet. Have been 6. By this time last month, Connaught not get any new case. So the total difference in the country, it only reduced by 8 cases, when at 7%. It's not looking good, and we only want to encourage Sierra Leoneans, wherever we are, let's put our shoulders to the wheel and fight this battle. Ebola not the jump and passing. There are things where we do by playing with the one they will do, they handle the one that we sick and the one that we die, and not they call 117, and not they call them early enough where they make we continue forget them the seriousness of this case where it not they go down. In fact, it don't begin go up now. Well, now all this we get for you for this week. Tune in again, same time next week, as we bring you stories from all over the country about people where tire for take what they happen today and decide for them by themselves begin for change them things then they, and also take you stories them about things that where they happen in your community where you're interested for solve, where Life by Design go help you for make you solve their issues then they. Not forget you can watch all the shows then where we done the show, so including this one here. So now we YouTube page, so if you just go to YouTube and type Life by Design, all with previous programs then all the day for make you watch. We want for hearing from you. And so go now visit our Facebook page now, facebook.com/LBD, and post your comments in there. Also, you can get to in our Twitter, with Twitter handle now at LBDSL14. Also, you can send a WhatsApp message for we, and we number now 030600 600. That's all we have for you for now. Until next week, be the change you want to see.
Be the change that you want to see.